Ho in some bebrina ne ekosumwamu ni wikintu TV asam ne yete anya se yete ya ne yede bro. Yete ebo asi hwehwem yu sa asam we eye nokre. Ansa ne yede bro na yede abro na osu enya bieti. Mpenifo so so na kan ye additionals want asam fofra enya asam pa ema omagana. Nenu enam sana kintu TV de bia no ne enam ne yete nsama ekoso na yede bro na osu enya bieti. Na ye nyina nim say ye to abawie ni de nsam ni de bebri na na fie chire eba adechimbia ne nsam foforo na ye to abani wie ye chese ye bobo wie ye no nsam na bebri na no ena ye ukopim ye eye ales afanyoma aken akachi dia o de nsam bebri na na etudwam ye nyina nim say ye parliamentary seat ni de enya de ne nyina abawie na no ena ye afanyoma aken ebeka sem se waban abaso a eno so enchire se oyeye parliamentary seat no nina eye wodia beebi wo ho man se ne NDC for youth no eye eniti no ye bobbo wie ne krampo no na eye DC a yisi ho na obebobo ade no na osuo eno anse NDC for yo moka blumu na omo se enuama ewo ho na eno eneye honorable afanyoma akon ebeka se ni omo ye ni na no emfaso bia eni so ntinkebe ya sa seat no eye parliamentary seat na keka ne ade no omo nsan so enka biem na omo hu sew ene nipa we eye MP ewa ha NPP ni enonya ye NDC ni enenya na enye se waban abanti no ade no se enye okra na onyanya na eche se waban abane de yemfama ende enye nokre enne eye onabo afanyoma aken ede nsam bebre atodwe yenkone yenkwaje nsam no nchiremu ni wia yasanso aba ebede ho enkomo aha eye Kintu TV medamase
had to run for her life. It took the timely intervention of the police to protect her and to drive these NDC hooligans away. Okankwe Central, my respected colleague, Honorable Patrick Buama, is unable to sleep in his house because they are threatening him, thinking that he has a pink sheet at his residence. His constituency chairman is being looked for. His constituency secretary cannot sleep at home, all because they believe that these individuals have pink sheets. Why should a member of parliament fear for his life? All because he is participating in democracy. I would want to call on His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to stop his people, to speak to his party people. This is not democracy. This is not the democracy we've all worked hard for. The hypocrisy is becoming too clear day in, day out. All of us are being threatened. In my own constituency, for instance, they have now come out with a lie, and unfortunately some media personnel are following such lie to the effect that a certain NDC constituency vice chairman cannot be found. It's a lie. They are using that to incite their party foot soldiers to attack NPP members, including my very self. When NDC was in opposition, of course, before the election, they were the ones who were all over fighting for the right of Ghanaians. Even when a due process in court was being served on them, they cried foul. Today, the NDC leadership pretends that what their party foot soldiers are doing are being done on their blind side. But they are indeed encouraging it. We are calling on civil society to call on the NDC leadership, especially His Excellency President-elect John Dramani Mahama, to demonstrate his love for this country by stopping this action immediately. These individuals are moved in groups. Such attacks are planned and led by some MPs who are being promised juicy positions in government. And they are all over attacking parliamentary candidates. They are looking for pink sheets. because they know that that is the evidence that we will use against them. If you go to Sema Central, for instance, the person who purportedly declared the Sema Central seat for the NDC candidate is not the returning officer for Sema Central. They called somebody to declare the result. When the rightful person who has taken an oath, who has deposed to an oath, sworn an oath to be the returning officer for the election, was not the one. If you consider this action in the light of all that is happening, one is compelled to ask that if NDC had lost the elections, what would happen? Is it the case that the leadership of the party had prepared, rehearsed, and plotted this, that in the event that they lose, this country should be made lawless? And because of that, even in spite of their winning, they are still proceeding to do this? At Obuasi East, our candidate was asked to choose between his seat and his life. He was locked up in his room at gunpoint and was forced to sign the final declaration, so-called declaration form. Why should such a thing happen? Is His Excellency John Dramani Mahama pretending not to be aware of all of these? All these things are happening before the media. The cameras are capturing all of these. And is this a country he wants to rule from 2025 to 2028? It is important that they don't just issue statements, but they demonstrate that they do not indeed support this action by stopping their boys. They buy them fuel, they give them pickups, and they move them to locations. We are aware. They cannot pretend that they don't know about this. Akwetia is a similar spot where they know they've lost, they scatter the place, and that is what they've done. My colleague, the majority chief whip, Honorable Ano Dompre, is also under siege, where they know they have lost but prevented the coalition from happening. Why should it be? Like my respected colleague and General Secretary of the party indicated in his opening statement, Dr. Mahama Dumaumia conceded defeat in less than 24 hours after election. Indeed, within 16 hours after the elections, when our own data showed that the elections were not going in our favor. We did not wait for the Electoral Commission to come out with a declaration. The practice has been that a losing candidate would normally wait for the Electoral Commission to finish, make the announcement, and then he would concede. On this occasion, because we had a perfect system, a reliable data system, and we had scanners across the country, our agents gave us feedback, and in the very night, by midnight, we knew that indeed things were not okay. By 9 a.m., we have put it out there that Dr. Baumia was going to address the nation. We did this in the interest of democracy. Why would the NDC, in an attempt to get 2/3 or more, going all over to destroy the country, destroy public properties, and even put fear and panic in the minds and hearts of our people who were candidates for the election? We call on the Electoral Commission to take immediate steps to reverse all these illegal declarations. Declarations that were not made out of properly collated results. Intervene. National headquarters should intervene. The chairperson of the Electoral Commission should intervene and respond positively to all the petitions brought before them and address these matters. We rest our case for now. General.
The majority leader said, we are equally calling on the National Peace Council, National House of Chiefs, Christian Council of Ghana, Catholic Bishops Conference, our National Chief Imam, organized labor, civil society organizations, the diplomatic communities, to as a matter of agency and for the sake of our cherished and enviable record as a country that has for over 32 years practiced multi-party democracy, to come out and condemn the lawlessness from the NDC. And we call on the president-elect, Mr. John Dramani Mahama, to call his people to order and also allow the Electoral Commission to do its job. At the end of the day, that is the beauty of democracy. You can't have it all. Is it the case that the NDC is telling us that we are not needed in the next parliament? What kind of country do we want to have? And we are also calling on you, the media. We have been to these centers. You've seen, with your naked eyes, you've seen the truth. Why are you not reporting? You are the forefront of government. You are supposed to let the people know what is happening. You are supposed to condemn the NDC. Now, this is not the kind of country we want to have. This is not the kind of state we want to have as a country. Are we having a revolution in this country? Why should we happen in this manner? So, as the majority leader indicated, we are waiting to hear from the Electoral Commissioner with its decision on these constituencies. I'll repeat it again. Dome Kwabenya, Ablekuma North, Okaikwe Central, Alpha.